Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and I am here for some quick, fun mess. Now, caveat, asterisk to the fun is that while I think some of the fans of what I'm going to talk about have been acting inappropriately towards the artists involved in this situation, it's still like, besides that, it's like light-hearted mess. You know, I feel like there's just been a lot of like, oh my God. You know, it gets exhausting dealing with mess about racism and creepy people and just stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is just like not as serious, but still, like I said, and I'll explain when I get there. But anyway, let's talk about that mess real quick. Oh, and speaking of, so I have a video that I'm gonna reference, well, I'm gonna read off of from TikTok, and this is probably not the place, but you know what? Would help if they did ban TikTok as a VPN. And I had to do it. You know who I use? Surfshark. If you don't know, then you're new here, but a virtual private network, a VPN is something that you can purchase. With Surfshark, you can get one account, endless devices, so you can have it on your phone, your iPad, your TV, your desktop, your laptop, whatever. And it basically masks your IP address, and it can make you look like you're in a different location. And so like on Surfshark, they have, I don't know how many, 65 plus different countries. So it also comes in handy when you're like, you want to watch something that's only airing in the UK, or if you're outside of the United States and want to watch something you can only watch in the US. Also with Surfshark, they like protect your information, really protect you, especially if you're on public Wi-Fi. And so, I don't know. Is that gonna be a foolproof plan if they do go through with this? I don't know, but it's worth a shot. I've had Surfshark for a while now. I got it when we were living in Sicily because I could not access American Netflix at the time. And I was like, I need to watch my shows. So it's great for a multitude of reasons. But anyway, they're also really affordable. If you use my code, which is my last name, Owens, O-W-E-N-S, you get like 83% off and 3 months free, which is kind of ridiculous. Don't ask me, I don't do their accounting. That's just what they tell me to tell y'all. So I use it. I am still an avid user. Again, one account, endless devices. So just something to think about. I'll link it below. But this lighthearted mess that I want to talk about was about Fairy Loot and Sarah Janet Maas, her series Throne of Glass. Now I have read Throne of Glass. I read it before I read ACOTAR, and overall I did love the series. Did I love the ending? No, we don't need to talk about that. I have qualms with it, as I do with most of her work, but I overall love Throne of Glass more than A Court of Thorns and Roses. So recently Fairy Loot, because this is all they do now is, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of Fairy Loot, is to make special editions. But I don't think, I know I've seen alternate covers for ACOTAR at least. I don't know about Throne of Glass. And I know that they did recently get like new covers, and I think they're hideous, but they're doing a special edition set. Now, hold on. Because at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, here we go, of course. I assumed that it was for all books in the series, which there are 7, 8, including Assassin's Blade, which is short stories. Hey. Filming?
Oh.
What's up?
I was just seeing what's up.
Oh, you want to smell me? I smell so good. Okay. So, yeah, it's 8 books. So then I saw their post. We are beyond excited to officially present to you the Throne of Glass exclusive editions. I skipped a part because I'm coming back. Brought to you in collaboration with Sarah J. Maas and Bloomsbury Publishing. You know what? It's kind of hard to say, but I think Bloomsbury might be one of the greediest publishers out there. The mini Throne of Glass books, like Bloomsbury is so greedy. All of the HP editions, Bloomsbury is, I think, might take the cake as the greediest publisher. I don't know. But anyway, so what's special about these editions, right? Exclusive redesigned covers, reversible dust jackets, foil on the hardcover, character artwork on the end pages, digitally sprayed edges, head and tail bands. And so the price is £160 or $200 US and shipping. 200 US doll hairs, which is a lot. And I was like, well, it is 8 books. I could understand that. That makes sense.
No, I was mistaken.
Because As you saw, if you were reading it on the screen, it says Throne of Glass Part 1. It is not the entire series. It is only 4 books. So it's The Assassin's Blade, which is the collection of short stories, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Fire. 4 books for 200 US doll hairs plus shipping. Now, I think the art on the covers looks really nice. I'm not a fan of the colors of the covers themselves, and I see other people say this, they just look really muted. And I feel like if they had gone with those colors, like I don't like the color for Assassin's Blade really at all, but like the other colors I like if they were like a brighter hue or, you know, different shade. But like the art looks really good on it. And just to put this in here, I am no artist, okay? I am no artist. Now, besides the price for 4 books being that expensive, there has been drama, if you will, about the end pages. So I will insert a photo here of what's the artwork on the end pages. Again, I am not an artist. It's been a long time since I've read these books, so I don't remember everything. But I was like, is that a deer? Oh, it's supposed to be a stag, but it's supposed to be white. Another thing is the castle. Why is the castle brown or like wooden? It doesn't look like stone, right? And it's not the glass castle. It's not, it just, and so people didn't love it. But they also said that it looks very similar to this other person who did a Throne of Glass set, and the edges look very similar to this. I will also insert the photo. Can I insert 2 of them? We'll see. And I was like, oh? Because you know I was in the comments, child. Reading, not commenting. And I was like, oh, well, I can see that. So the comments under Fairy Loot's post has been something. There's currently 4,274 comments. I'm not going to put any of them here so I don't blast anybody, but I'm gonna just read through some. Because also this was 2 days ago, and since all this uproar, they posted other things, but they have not addressed any of the comments. So people are like, where are you, Fairy Loot? Why so silent? How about you come to the defense of the artist you hired, gave prompts to, and okayed the work? Your silence is loud. Your handling of this situation is disappointing, to say the least. I hate that this feels like a half-ass cash grab. The Twisted series, also 4 books, was $119. So now we're paying $81 more for edges that are a ripoff of Acrylics. That's the artist. And the colors aren't even right. The overall vibe is underwhelming. For such a popular series, I was expecting a lot more oomph, for sure. Very valid. Please change the design on the edges to a white stag. The Lord of the North is not brown, and this is a huge symbolic piece of the series. I did that because they wrote it all in caps. The comments are better than these designs. They said so close. April Fool's Day is in April. My bank account is happy. These are ugly. See, this is just the mess I needed. It said, ah, yes, the famous wood castle of Ardland. Commenting again because Aylin didn't go through all of that just for her books to look like this. I'm sorry, but these aren't it. They're so basic that it doesn't justify the pricing. I don't care if it was the publisher or not, but it feels abusive when you've done other editions much prettier for way less. I was really hoping the entire set to come out to $250, $300 US. I understand this is a business and prices for everything have gone up, and these will sell no matter what, but it feels like they're taking advantage of this fact. Someone said Throne of Wood. That's the thing, right? They're going to sell out, and I follow someone who I still follow them because they would post their predictions for book boxes, and so they're a big Sarah J Maas fan and made this video like going through all of this stuff and like being disappointed in it, but then she was like, am I gonna buy them? Yes. Because I don't think there's a special edition full set out there, except let me go to this Acrylics person because I don't know if it was just, okay. They had a special edition box of Throne of Glass, and it was, so all 8 US standard hardcovers with the end pages that looks similar to the ones I showed you from Fairy Loot, except they do have a white stag. And they must have gotten special licensing, so I guess this is the other one, but I guess it was very limited, and I don't know if it's already sold, and I don't know what the covers actually look like. I just see the end pages. Interesting. I don't know. I could put it in the video here. I don't know if I love the covers of those, but again, I'm not buying. I own all of the original hardcovers, and that's good enough for me. I'm not buying another set. But what I don't approve of, what I don't think is funny, is that people then went to the artist page and were commenting a lot of negative things under on her page, and that is like, come on y'all. Like, you can say this at Fairy Loot and like be disappointed in them, but don't go to the artist if they were following direction from Fairy Loot, if they had it reviewed, if it was approved by Sarah's team, by Bloomsbury. That is not fair. And so the artist, who is Michaela, I think, said, I'm deeply saddened by the distressing experience of harassment I've endured in the past 24 hours. I fully appreciate the desire for the faithful adaptation of the beloved Throne of Glass books, and I'm actively engaged in discussions with Fairy Loot to implement updates that better capture these nuances. However, I must firmly address accusations of plagiarism regarding artwork I was unaware of. My brief was to depict the scene of Terrazin, and any resemblance to existing work are purely coincidental. Had I been aware of its existence, I would have pursued a different creative direction, as I initially had other concepts in mind. The artwork underwent thorough approval processes from not just Fairy Loot, but Bloomsbury and Sarah's team, and had any concerns been raised, I would have promptly addressed them. My Instagram has always been a platform for fostering creativity and spreading kindness. I implore you to understand that I can only defend what I know to be true. Please remember to be compassionate, as real individuals are impacted by our words and actions. And that is very valid. Again, I do not agree with people going under their post, going to their page, and I'm gonna try to look up. They probably have turned off the comments. So some of these comments that I'm seeing, like someone said, your artwork is gorgeous, but please respect the comments that are rightfully bringing up the fact that the edges are a near replica of the artwork created by Acrylics. Artists should always support artists over larger corporations. Even if you weren't aware, that's fine, but acknowledging and apologizing after being called out for it is important. I've been scrolling through comments and I personally don't see anyone being unkind. They are just stating the incorrectness of the design that does not match the descriptions in the book, that's all. Why do you keep saying this is just my interpretation? There's no room for interpretation when an explicit color is written. The stag is specifically stated to be white. There's no way to interpret that as brown. If you want to say you made a creative choice, that's fine, but it's still not accurate of the book description. I mean this in the kindest way possible, but how can anyone look at this mock-up, then look at Acrylics finished, sold, and shipped set and not see that they're almost one-to-one in composition? Between the obvious inspiration and major character symbols being depicted incorrectly, this is an absolutely heartbreaking launch. And like that, there's like over 500 comments, so obviously I'm not going through all of them, and while those aren't like straight up cruel, it's just like, this is obviously, she did the work, they approved it. Like I just don't agree with going to her page and, you know, blowing up her comment saying all of this. And then also, so on her stories, she has a post from another artist I know has done art for other Sarah J Maas projects. I think their art was in like for ACOTAR. So this artist posted and said, the past few days have been eye-opening. I've never thought highly of myself or my art before, but now I know people love to hate my art style. I didn't want to make a statement about this Fairy Loot drama happening, but I can't be silent even if I wish to. First, I want to thank my fellow artists for their support. I'm grateful to be part of this community. We share a love and passion for books and create art to make us and others happy. I once felt the same with the SJM fandom, but now I feel like a used rag doll. My art is not welcome anymore, and I'm not welcome either. And to be frank, I would rather give love to other amazing books than redraw Reese over and over again. Get hate over minor details. I am tired, overworked, and I can't compete with AI with my human skills. Unfortunately, I cannot make perfect art that everyone equally loves. I'm already tired of drawing passport portraits as it is. It's a vicious cycle. From this day on, I won't be sharing any SJM art ever. I think you all are already fed up with my renditions as it is. I'm just going to focus on my personal art, draw more scenes rather than just portraits. I'm going to give more love to my OCs, my original characters, and try to change my art style because I'm the one who hates it the most. As for the Fairy Loot artworks, be assured that all the art was approved by SJM herself and her team. I'm sad that my art was disappointing. I put all my energy into it. I wholeheartedly hope that it would, if not everyone, most of you might like it. It seems I failed miserably and I feel sorry for this. I've read all your comments. Unfortunately, I can't depict characters the way every one of you wants. Wish I could, but I'm not AI to generate thousands of images to choose from. I'm not Or I'm going to take your constructive criticism to heart and improve my skills, try my best and change my flaws. But I won't be taking vile hate comments which give nothing but sadness and grief. I understand that you are frustrated, disappointed, and angry. I sympathize with you all. Once again, I'm sorry that I wasn't enough. I tried. Please be kind to me and other artists. Our skills might be lacking sometimes, but our art might look weird, but we are human. So let me go back to Fairy Loot, because I've seen their art before, but I didn't know it was in this. Let me go back to their thing. So the reversible dust jackets. So the redesigned covers were by Michaela, and the foil and the hardcover is by Michaela. The end pages are by Michaela. Morgana, the person I just read the statement for, did the dust jackets and the character artwork on the end pages, which they did a preview of it, and I could put it in here as well, and people I guess have been commenting on the character artwork. But let's see the comments under here. So someone said, honestly, Manon should consider this a hate crime, straight to jail. My heart is broken. Aylin deserved more. Massive miss. The artwork looks like it's all AI generated from a prompt written by someone who only read the cliff notes. You guys make such pretty additions for other books, and we get this for one of the most anticipated special edition series ever. Then there's been, since this was posted, more comments of people being like, just don't buy them. Like, you don't have to leave these negative comments. The artist is gonna see these. But I'm trying to just read what people were saying. There are some more people like saying these look good, Manon looks good, but this fandom is by far the worst. Here's someone, I do not like this art. They all look deathly skinny. It looks like they're sucking in, and the jaws, they all just look the same. You should have got someone else to do the character art instead of sticking to the same 3 artists every time. And so Fairy Loot Stories, well, they posted a post about something about an angry goose or something. I don't know what the fuck that means. And then their stories are just about this Crowns of Nixia sale. They haven't said anything about Throne of Glass, but that feels really terrible. There have been books that I have seen, and I'm like, oh, I don't love that artist art style, which is valid. You don't have to like it, and I'm like, so I'm not gonna get that one. And that's happened to me with other special ones. Like, I understand if you really love a series, this is the only special edition or like a one that you have a chance to get if you didn't get the other one, but like the comments are really going wild. I feel like any ire should be directed at Fairy Loot and Bloomsbury. And my biggest thing is, obviously, I'm not an artist, and I don't know what prompt they gave the artist to do the end pages. I can see the similarities, but also, you know, I don't know what they told her to do. My biggest thing is the price. It's the price. I mean, I'm not buying them again, but $200 for 4 books is criminal. Criminal. So that is that mess. I do not condone, approve of people going and being hateful or just rude to these artists. Again, I can't draw. And that must take a lot of time. And, you know, the SJM fandom has some unique people in it who are making these artists feel really terrible, and I really hate that for them. And I'm impatiently waiting for Fairy Loot to say something. I'm wondering if I should wait another day. Like, today is Friday as I'm filming this, and I was like, maybe I'll put it up on Saturday, but I'm wondering if I should wait and see if Fairy Loot actually says anything, or if they're just going to continue to be silent. So on Saturday, this is what Fairy Loot posted to their stories. Throne of Glass update. We have heard your concerns about the Throne of Glass exclusive editions, and we will be in touch soon with updates. The online harassment our illustrators have received is unacceptable. We support our artists wholeheartedly and are proud to be working with them on these special editions. Thank you to the readers who have taken the time to show kindness to the artist. And then today, Sunday, March 24th, they posted multiple photos of different covers that they've done by these artists, and the caption says, "We are so grateful to all the talented artists we have the pleasure of working with, and today we'd like to highlight some of the projects we have collaborated on with Michaela Kano Design and Morgana Anagram in order to bring these projects to life." So as of Sunday, that is all they've said. But in this previous message, when they said that we will be in touch soon with updates, I'm very curious to see what, like, are they going to change the designs? Are they changing the end pages? Like, have they printed these already? It would be very interesting to see if they actually make changes because people complained. So I don't know, y'all, but when I get an update, I will let y'all know. Yeah, are you gonna buy them? I love, oh God, I love when they're, like that person said, I'm glad, not like I don't think they're inherently ugly. Like I like the cover art. I just don't love the muted colors. But yeah, I have my series in the room. Whatever special ones came out when they were coming out, like the ones that had the character art in pages that were like from Target or whatever, that's what I got. And that's good enough, okay? I got some prints. I have some artwork of my man, Kale Westfall. No Kale slander will be tolerated. Be quiet, okay? And that's good. I'm good on those covers. I'm good. So yeah, are you going to buy them? What do you think? Do you think that the art, the end pages art look too similar? Do you not see a similarity? I would love to know. But that's it. Again, check out my link for the VPN. Save money. But that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
So he is open today.
Did you call?
Yeah, just.
Oh.
It's only, he's like, we're open until 7, but I'm probably gonna sell out of all my food by 6.
God damn!
He's like, so if you want to make an order, just call back. But so I'm guessing that's what it is. He only gets a certain amount of meat, and then once he sells out, he's done. Oh.
Well, my coworker was like, I'm gonna get a burger and fries for dinner, and then that made me think about burger and fries for dinner. But like, are you hungry right now? Because you kind of ate lunch late.
I could eat, but I'm not hungry.
Okay. Do you think if you called him at
5?
That would you be able to? I want you to be able to enjoy it.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Okay. Okay.
5.
All right. Important business had to be handled. Okay. Dinner.